It is my claim that the Axiom Crave is the best fairway driver on the market, but to put that claim to the test, today we're out at Carroll Park in Beaver Creek, Ohio for a 9-hole Crave-only challenge. Let's go. All right, hole 1 is in pin B, 225 feet, pinned back there, straight up the middle, and then to the right. I usually go forehand with the resistor here. Today, I think I'm going to go forehand with the Crave to see if I can do a little hyzer flip up to flat and then let it fade at the end. A little high, but that should get us close into circle. So we're at circle's edge here. About 10 feet outside of it, actually. These whiskers are for the other pin. We were just a little too high coming in there. Let's see if the Crave goes in the basket. Full disclaimer, I don't ever putt with the Crave. Woo! All right, let's sit down right behind the other camera. We can tap that out and take our par and move on. All right, so hole 2 only has one pin spot, 342 feet straight out there. It's a little uphill, I think. Kind of a tough hole, hole number 2. Takes a full rip. We'll just kind of do a slight hyzer and see if we can get this to flip up and turn a little bit and go all the way up there. We skied that a little bit. I was afraid of turning it over. It's going to be shortened in circle 2. Just barely across. Not really a good shot, but we'll take it. This is a bonus birdie hole for sure. So we'll give this a little floaty soft bid. See if we can give it a little bit of anhyzer. Keep it flat up there. Just faded out right before it. Same mistake I made on hole 1. All right. Come up here. Tap this guy out. Staying on par. We're over here on the right, straight up this tunnel, 249 feet. I still feel like the safe play, if you want to just get an easy par, is to go forehand up the left gap. Kind of gets you out and around everything. You can lay up, take your 3. But we didn't come out here to record layups. We're going to go best we can hyzer flip right at the basket, and hopefully we don't shank it into a tree. Keep turning for me. Not all the turn that we needed, but that should still satisfy a 3. Par at worst case from there, I think. All right, so we actually made it up into the circle a little bit here. About a 20-footer. Get a little lucky putt. Oh, missed it right. I want a putter so bad. Excuse me, camera. You are right in the way, friend. Sticking with 3s. Take the easy 3s. All right, so hole 4, 285-foot par 3. It's actually up through that tunnel and then hard right as soon as you get by that tunnel. Because we have the Crave, I'm afraid if I go that route, I'll roll my wrist trying to get extra power on it and I'll burn it over. I think we're just going to try the really high anhyzer turnover shot. I think that's the safest way to make sure we clear the bushes. As long as that keeps turning, that actually might be pretty deep, but it's definitely over. I definitely crushed it. You don't want to land in that middle stuff. Let's go see where that came in at. We are actually deep of the basket. Right there is the bush pile in the middle that we had to clear. You usually want to fade or turn, depending on how you're throwing down. Inside those bushes, we came just a little bit long here. 60-foot putt. I don't see it going in, and I see just having to try to save a par in that case. Yeah. All right, nice easy tap out for another par. Nothing exciting. Sticking with par though with nothing but a Crave is not, I don't think it's bad. No bogeys. Hole 5, 351 feet. Try to get it to kind of do that soft turn most of the way and then maybe fade out at the end. There we go. Need a little bit more turn. All right, but we made it up there into the tree line, so we got the distance part of it very well. We got up here into this gap. I would actually be really happy with this spot if this were a normal round, which I'm playing a normal round with my buddy after this. For this pin spot, I've never birdied this left side over here. I can birdie that side. But just to get over here and have a nice little pitch up for a 3 will be nice. And we'll put it up there. All right, we'll take another tap out par. And we'll move on, maybe try to get a birdie. All right, we don't have any birdies yet, but we don't have any bogeys. We don't have any errand throws. Every throw has been at least a solid throw. We find ourselves at hole 6, 213 feet, just straight up there. Used to be on a pedestal, but they moved the pedestal to a different hole recently, and I kind of like that. I like this one not being on one. Just need that to get through that tree. Oh, it was just too high. It was too high trying to hyzer it, but part worst. Really wanted to birdie this one. Just a little short. All right, we'll tap it out for a par. Worst things have happened. All right, hole 7, par 3, 261 feet. It is right all the way around. So typically I'll throw a putter here on a anhyzer turnover the whole way. I'm just gonna try to hyzer it best I can, kind of straight out that gap. Softly, just a little flick, get me up in the middle of the fairway, see if I can get up and down for a 3. And you know what, that's not even too hateful. We'll see if the catch cam picked it up. I'm probably close to circle 2 edge here, right around that 66-foot mark. Now we are using the Crave, so we'll just be kind of pitching it up there, taking our 3. Very happy to get a 3 on this hole. Yep, we'll grab that. All right, hole 8, par 3, 225 feet. It's just straight out past the bush there. Easiest hole on the course. Softly put this up there in a hyzer and let it kind of crash in. Oh, a little short. A little short, a little too much touch. Thought it was looking good there at first. All right, so we gave it a little bit too much respect, and we're just inside the circle here. Threw it a little too soft. Elevated basket. See if we can get this to land in there. We're gonna give it a floaty bid. Ooh, almost. All right, and then we can over here and tap it out. All right, final hole of the video, hole number 9, 396 feet straight down there on the right-hand side of the fairway. Fairly wide open shot. We do have a headwind coming in here. This hole bites me anytime I try to score on it during a normal round. I get too aggressive. It's a pretty narrow fairway. For this, I'm just gonna try to commit to that hyzer flip. I'm gonna try to throw it right at the inside of that left bush and get it to just flip and kind of go straight, hopefully. Well, that kept turning, but ooh, we're only about 80 feet out right here. So we'll just grab this Crave, pitch up a little forehand, take our 3, finish the video. At least I didn't have to bend over for it. All right, that'll sit her right up there. All right, we'll tap that out. That'll finish our round. That'll keep us even par throughout. So the Axiom Plasma Crave, I told you it was the best fairway driver. I didn't score one time with it during that round, but it was a lot of fun, and it still flew really good. I felt like all the shots were pretty solid, but the disc is great. Again, they make it in basically all their premium plastics: Neutron, Cosmic Neutron, Plasma, Proton, Fission. Basically everything I think except for Electron plastics. So if you're in the market to try out a fairway driver and you haven't yet used the Axiom Crave, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. Basically it does it all: backhand, forehand, hyzer flips, straight shots, turnovers, everything you need out of a fairway driver. Highly recommend it. It comes in rated at a 6.5 speed, 5 glide, -1 turn, 1 fade, and I would say those numbers are pretty accurate. Once they beat in, they get a little bit flippier, but I've never had a problem with them just constantly burning over or anything like that. It's really controllable. And that does it for this video. So if you have used the Crave and you have opinions on it, I'd love to hear those down in the comments. Put them down below. While you're down there, if you could give the video a like, and if you're not subscribed, consider doing that and turning on alert notifications so that you know every time I upload a new video. We'll see what's coming up next week. Haven't planned it yet, so if you have any suggestions, anything that you want to see, also put that down in the comments, and we'll see you next time.